Hello, hi, and assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we are going to talk about cracking India from feminist perspective. In this lecture, we will see how women writers of Pakistan have emerged and established in Pakistani literature and how they have raised their voices against the social injustice that is done to girls, um, children, and women in Pakistan, right? You will see a new woman in uh, Bapsi Sidhwa's novel Cracking India. Um, like you will see an evolution of women, right? We obviously know that the feminist theories and concepts they have paved the way to change the status of women and promote their rights across the world. Clear? Bapsi Sidhwa, she enjoys this powerful position in literary circle of Pakistani writings in English literature, in English, sorry, um, uh, because of her writing, because of her content, because of um, the uh, voice against the social injustice that she raises, because of the um, because of showing the true picture of the society where she was living, and uh, because of the reality that she represented in her novel through her characters. um, Feminism has has brought a new consciousness in women writers, um, in every corner of the world, and they begin to raise their voice to break those social norms of the past in order to change the status of women in the society. Um, Many women writers, uh, they question the cultural construct of the society, which only gave advantages to men, but the women were ignored. um, Women, they had been marginalized as the other. Let me write it. Women have been um, marginalized as others, right? And they were kept in dark. They were not given any opportunities. um, Sorry, let me check if the recording is on or not. Okay. We see there is a female writer, Mary Wollstonecraft. Sorry, Mary Wollstonecraft. Um, she raised her voice for the females, in her a vindication of the rights of women. So in this work, she demands equal opportunities for women in the fields of education, um, and economics and politics, right? Um, there is also another author, another female author, Margaret Fuller. Uh, she also um, criticizes the gender hierarchies, and she also promotes the idea of liberating women from domestic slavery. Um, then later in the 20th century, in the 20th century, um, the women's literary voices, they begin and their basic concern was to bring up the status of women in the patriarchal society. In spite of the dominant male establishment, women writers, they were able to secure a special place in the literary zone through their writings and through their literary contribution, right? We have another famous female writer, Virginia Woolf, who needs no introduction because she's already known to every literary person, I believe, right? So, her A Room of One's Own. Um, Please don't mind my capitalization here because I'm typing and it takes a lot of time to take care of capitalization and punctuation and everything. So, A Room of One's Own. Um, it actually rejected the conventional notion that writing cannot be the business of women, right? And it forwarded the idea that female can be better writers than male. She gives an example of William Shakespeare, and she says that Shakespeare was actually given opportunities, and that was the only reason that he became popular. If any female writer of the then time was given the same opportunity, had been given the same opportunity, she would have been more famous, more popular than William Shakespeare. So that's what Virginia Woolf writes in her A Room of One's Own. So basically, if we talk about feminism, so it is actually an ideology, a socio-cultural movement that aims at liberating women from the male domination in the patriarchal society. Clear? It examines the gender inequality. It examines why men and women are unequal, and it also tries to find out strategies to change this notion, to change this inequality, this concept of inequality. Clear? If we talk about gender, the word gender, um, it is not sexual but social. It is constructed as a social status and personal identity, right? Gender inequality is not actually sexual inequality, it is the social inequality. It is actually fixed in the social structures, and we can see this in families, politics, religion, art, culture, um, and in many things, right? The feminist theorists or feminism, it actually claims that gender differences are not biological phenomena, and therefore women and men are not different. Clear? Like men women should also be given equal opportunities in education and in employment. Clear? But if we see in the real world, women are always given inferior positions. If you talk about Pakistan, or if you talk about Peshawar, those females who are doing jobs in schools and colleges, their salary is less than uh, this for the same job done by male. So if a female is teaching at matric level, and if a male is teaching at matric level, both of them are teaching at the same level, but the female earns less than a male earns, right? So that's actually the discrimination, and feminism is actually against this thing. Clear? Women are given these inferior positions, and feminism is actually a revolt against this system, right? um, uh, like feminism, it invites people to rethink this gender inequality, and try to settle this problem down. Clear? um, that was all about feminism. In the next lecture, I'll be talking about feminism and its instances in cracking India. Stay with me. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourself.